What if the thing you threw away yesterday became the walls that protected you tonight? On the edge of a dusty desert town, where the wind smells of rust and sun-baked plastic, a man stood ankle-deep in trash and imagined a home. Not a shelter, not a shack. A real home, warm in winter, cool in summer, built entirely from what the world had rejected. In the late 20th century, while landfills quietly grew into artificial mountains, he began collecting what others refused to see anymore. Old tires stacked like black fossils, glass bottles clinking with every step, aluminum cans crushed flat, whispering the echoes of their former lives. To everyone else, it was garbage. To him, it was possibility. At first, the neighbors laughed. Some were curious, others were uneasy. Who would trust their safety to trash? But as the walls rose, layer by layer, tire by tire, the laughter faded into silence. The structure didn't wobble. It didn't collapse. It held. Inside those tire walls, packed tight with earth, something unexpected happened. The house stayed cool under the blazing sun and warm when night crept in. Bottles embedded in the walls caught the light, scattering colors across the room like fragments of stained glass. It felt alive, breathing, watching back. Then came the first storm. Rain hammered the roof. Wind screamed against the walls. People waited for the collapse that never came. When morning arrived, the house stood unchanged, dry, stable, defiant. And suddenly, the story shifted. This wasn't just a strange experiment anymore. It was a challenge. If trash could become shelter, what else could it become? The man refined his designs: rainwater collection, passive heating, natural ventilation. No power lines, no waste streams. A home that fed itself, warmed itself, and quietly asked a dangerous question. What if our idea of waste was wrong? As years passed, visitors arrived from far beyond the desert. Architects, environmentalists, skeptics, dreamers. They stepped inside and felt something unsettling. Not because the house was built from trash, but because it worked better than many houses built from brand new materials. The emotional weight of it lingered. This home wasn't an escape from civilization. It was a mirror held up to it. In a world drowning in excess, one man proved that survival didn't require more. It required rethinking what we already had. Because sometimes the future isn't invented, it's salvaged. If this story made you see the world a little differently, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what would you build if nothing was truly waste?